Pieces and Star with the Star Blooms. I wanted to share a message. I've been sitting with this message. I've been learning how to hold my mute, y'all. I literally just got back. I just got back off a date night with my baby. I'm teaching my baby how to start now pouring back into herself and doing it in a way that's like the nicest way. I was doing a live the other day, and in the midst of the live, I hear you, Spirit. In the midst of the live, I would have Providence over you. And I'm like, whoa, hold it. I ain't never said that. Providence. What's Providence, Spirit? How does this apply? Where do I put this at? What is this information, right? And when I looked it up, y'all, Providence is a divine covering. It's literally God's way of governing over its creations. I channeled this. I said, y'all, because some messages, when we start allowing ourselves to be open to energy and we start to receive beyond the rate of where we've been allowing ourselves to like open up to how we've been allowing ourselves to be at a rate within ourselves while healing. No, I got it. Okay, so I had channeled my story will weaponize you. And I'm like, what, Spirit? My story will weaponize you. People will come against you because my story will ignite within you, within your spirit, a chain of reconciliation. I'm like, huh? Spirit's like, friend, or foe. You understand it. Now understand this. Do you hold your weapon? Are you still mistaking your flaws for prophecy? Does this sit right with you? No, you are in the balance of this here truth, the providence that I have casted over you. And know that what occurred in the midst of the Most High is being recorded. Merchant 152, 155, 202. With this message, I just wrote it down because I'm like, okay, Spirit, thank you. You know, sometimes we channel within Spirit and the message we believe to be too heavy to carry, too heavy an implication to make certain statements or certain claims. I've been saying this lately just because I've been called to cast a revealment to people who had decided to play God in my life. And the reason why I had to give the declaration was Spirit told me to make clear the warning. People receive their own warnings when they're going against others' wills. It's the inkling, like the consciousness in Pinocchio. Don't do that. 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 Yet at this rate, sometimes people have to be in a space of purging, specific to the rate of what it is that they're doing. It's beyond an eye for an eye because of what you and who you've been in the midst of. Y'all Google Providence. Study that thing. Look up the etymology of Providence. When I shared the message the other day about providence and how spirit came through me in that message, the truth that I was able to be rested within is that, look, I know that because you've forgiven you and you've been open and willing to purge and you've forgiven others, there's an infinite rate with you that I sit. There is no tea here. There's no zest in this moment. There's nothing that anyone could come and place in the forefront and say that you did this for you to be shamed of. Because everything that you've walked into, you walk into it at a rate within yourself. And even when you found yourself to be wrong or flawed, you had sense enough to come back. 555 spirit. Sense enough to come back in. Sense enough to come back in. Y'all, 606, a lot of the times we feel like on our journey that we don't have the right or the permission to go forth and be in the calling that's over our life and our light. We don't want to walk into the spaces that have been set up. We don't want to be in the, I don't know why I heard inclusion, seclusion. We don't want to be in the space where we're standing apart from the group of the people who originally made us learn the art of detachment and learn the art of forgiveness of self to be at a different rate from within. However, your people don't have no pause within their spirit when they unsettled. People don't have no rate within themselves when they've decided that there's a part of them that isn't worthy of what it is that you've healed to. The whole reality, y'all, of healing is that there was something unclean there. The whole purpose of purging is so you can make room and create space for what's necessary. But sometimes we get in the midst of foolishness. You know, Spirit told me to play the fool. That's the thing that I was speaking about earlier that I had revealed to make it clear. No matter what imagery had been placed on me, no matter how many spaces that I had sat in my innocence, right? In my naivety, right? In my ignorance, all right? In my idea idea of what do you call, because sometimes y'all will be in shit and we'll try to do the last Hail Mary, right? You in the midst of thinking you're gonna do it one more time. You on your last leg. You literally like old dude in the movie Coco, where his family done cut him off the altar and nobody's speaking his name. You fading away, but yet you still being in a space where you willing to try to play something over somebody else. The difference with a lot of people is, to y'all, what y'all feel like isn't revealed and put on a platter for everybody to sit, watch, and judge. Y'all feel like it's tea. But to the right people, it's like it's the herbs that actually is the antidote. That's actually the cure. That's actually the lesson. That's actually the bliss. That'll actually be your blessing in every sense of what that word means. It'd be less of you to set yourself in the right to judge someone else and not be willing to judge. That's what I had to sit with. I sat with my truth, y'all. Be in the midst where, regardless of whatever is showing on anything else, be in the midst of the Most High, holding your weapon. I gave you a story. Through every circumstance you've been through, that's what Spirit's been telling me. You stand strong. Yeah, I did it. Whatever they said it was. Yeah, God forgave it too. Add the extra that you need to add on to it to make you feel better, right? But you be in the right of truth. Real lies. Real eyes notice real lies. How do you say it? Real eyes realize real lies. That's it. Peace.